What's going on, you guys, Laker fans, and anyone watching? Coast here. I'm talking about, of course, the trades that happened today for the Lakers. Little minor. First off, before I start this video, yeah, there was a little bet that happened a couple weeks ago. Ripper Eagle and I had a bet on a hockey game. The Sharks played Flyers. I'm really pissed off at them right now, but the scarf, it officially came in. As you can see, it's got the logo right here. So, yeah, it's very thick. It's warm. It's made by Reebok. So, thank you very much for the little scarf here. Ripper Eagle, pretty credible with bets. I know there was a big rant about bet welching, and Ripper Eagle and I are definitely not that. Thanks again for the bet. Another thing got randomly in the mail, even though they kind of suck. Got this little beanie, UCLA. I know they're a little garbage right now on hoops and football, but it is what it is. It's UCLA. I still love them no matter what. But anyways, more importantly, onto this video. The Lakers acquired Ramon Sessions, and they acquired Jordan Hill, and pretty much got rid of both of their first-round picks and Derek Fisher, along with Luke Walton and Jason Capono. Yeah, thought there was just going to be one or two minor trades here, but yeah, we got rid of more than what I thought we would. Yeah, that whole Dwight Howard package deal thing, I figured that wasn't going to happen with all the drama in between. I know he kept his contract in. But yeah, talking more about the players we got first. Ramon Sessions is expected to be the starting point guard, or I guess he would alternate with Steve Blake at this point. The Lakers' point guard position has been the weakness all season. There's no denying that. Derek Fisher showed his age, and it was pretty obvious he's way past his prime. From a leadership standpoint, that's the only thing we're going to be losing is leadership, and I know Kobe's probably a little pissed that he's going to lose his best friend, but it's a business, and this is the right move from a Lakers perspective if they want to win now, or at least win more in the short term. Fisher, as I said, so much he's done over the years. A lot of things people are going to remember him as a nice role player during the three-peat. Of course, the .4 shot. It was Game 4 against the Orlando Magic, and Game 3 against the Boston Celtics. Those are things we're going to remember. There was a lot more shots in the regular season he made too, definitely. But of course, those postseason moments Fisher did. Thanks for what you done. Couldn't have been more happy with what he did for this team. He's done so much, but he has to go. He had way showing his age, just a little bit too old for me. We gave up both of our first-round picks for these two, for Hill and for Sessions. When you're a quality team in contention or a quality team that's going to be in the playoffs, giving up a first-round pick doesn't mean that much compared to other sports like the NFL. So this whole, the Lakers would have traded their first-round picks anyways during the draft. They haven't used their first-round picks in quite some time. I mean, everyone, with the exception of Andrew Bynum, all these first-round picks are either traded or they don't last long anyway. So doesn't mean a whole lot. We traded the pick we got from Dallas, I believe, the first-round pick when we traded Lamar Odom, and then our own first-round pick. So now we only have the second-round picks. I think there was one that referred to the Joe Smith deal, and we got a second-round pick, and then we still have our own. So 2 late second-rounders is all we got in the draft. Nothing big. Nice thing, I think the biggest thing I liked about the trades, of course, was getting rid of Luke Walton. It's always a highlight whenever he plays. He's just one of the most useless guys in recent years. It was good a few years ago during that mediocre time, but obviously he's buried himself and definitely not even worth any money. So getting rid of that contract, I need to thank the Cavaliers for taking on that contract. Pretty useless. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think we got rid of Capono too for salary purposes. But yeah, the guys, Jordan Hill, forgot to mention the people we got. Jordan Hill, he was kind of, I guess, I don't know about a bust, but a disappointment with the New York Knicks that they dumped him in the midseason. I remember him at Arizona. He was the dominant player when he was with Chase Budinger and Nick Wise back at Arizona. So he pretty much dumped an Arizona player in Walton and got an Arizona player in Jordan Hill. Not exactly a big move. I think he'll just provide some depth down low when Bynum and Gasol are out. It's important we keep our size. If we traded our size for Chris Paul, there wouldn't be exactly that much. Gasol's still pretty valuable, even though he's getting up there in age. Bynum is having a ridiculous year. I'll say that much right now. I like what I'm seeing from him. And, yeah, it's not too big of a deal giving up these 2 first-rounders. I mean, They're obviously not as valuable in the NBA like they are for other sports. Just it'll be sad to see that we're missing Derek Fisher's leadership, but we did need to improve ourselves if this team wants to win. Now, I still have very low expectations on the season. Not a whole lot of expectations. I had thought we'd get into the playoffs, maybe exit in the first or second round at this point, and because we've improved, maybe I'd expect us to maybe climb a little bit of a mountain and get to the Western Conference finals. I think that would be the expectations I have at this point. I still think the Spurs and the Thunder are still the better teams right now. Even Memphis is very competitive. I know we beat them a few days ago, but they were missing their stars. They're still a pretty dangerous team. So, and of course the Clippers. Forgot to mention them as well. So the West, has got a lot of parity in between. Still looking pretty human at times, but Mike Brown's done a decent job for what he's been given. I think a lot of low expectations this year, but they got better. They've improved. Ramon Sessions, all I'm expecting from him is maybe 13 points, 5 assists a game. If he does that, that's an upgrade in itself. A point guard doesn't have to score. I think people need to realize, today's game with point guards shooting more than they usually do. Back in the day, the true point guard was one who just handled the ball and would pass, and that's pretty much it. They would score and make a few jump shots at times, but today these point guards seem to take more shots than the shooting guards. It's fine, considering that Sessions just put up some assists. Welcome to LA, and make me proud. Let me know what you guys think on the trades. For the most part, I'm fine with it, so just going to miss Fisher's leadership, but getting rid of Luke Walton's contract is just what makes me happy, and hopefully Sessions is the answer at point guard. Him and Blake will have to rotate. So we'll see you guys later. Go Lakers. Let me know what you guys think.